What's going on, everybody? I'm Steven with Job & Sons Plumbing, and you're watching the DIY Plumbers. Today's video is sponsored by Plumbers Crack Coffee. Go to plumberscrackcoffee.com and use code DIY10 at checkout for 10% off your order. Today's video is all about how to swap out a Moen PosiTemp cartridge. They're one of your most common cartridges, and today we're going to show you how. Check out some of our tools that we have. We're going to be using a pack of Allen keys to make sure we find the right for the handle. We have a nut driver. This is, if I remember correctly, a 5/16. Yeah, 5/16 right there on the side. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. We also have a full-size channel lock. We have two different sizes of flatheads, just depending on what the screws look like, because I have not looked yet, as well as a Phillips head, so that we can, in fact, take the handle off. And then lastly, the big boy of the party, this is a Moen PosiTemp cartridge puller. You can get these pretty much anywhere, but if you're going to buy one, make sure you get the metal one and not the really cheap $15 plastic one, because they will break as soon as you use them the first time. You ready? Let's go. Okay, so we're in a very small shower. We're going to try to show you how to do this. Always make sure your water's off, which it is. Thank goodness, otherwise that would have been weird. For your handle, every handle's a little different, but we found it to be a 7/64 Allen key. So we're going to take our Allen key, put it right in the top, and it just lefty-loosey. And you got to actually take this this Allen screw all the way out for this to properly release. Here it goes. It's almost there. There we go. Pull straight out, and that comes off. Okay, and we always, anytime you're taking things apart, try to line them up so that you know exactly where they go. Next up, we're going to need a Phillips head screwdriver, and that's going to take off this front handle adapter. Again, lefty-loosey. There it goes. Okay, and I'm going to pull all of it out. These are actually 3 separate pieces. Okay, this is a limiter, and then this is your handle adapter. I just keep them together. It makes it a little easier for when you're putting it back together. Next, we're up to our escutcheon trim here. This comes straight out. You're just going to pull straight out, and you can see my valve's a little loose in the wall, so we got to be a little careful there. Okay, we're lining all this up just so we know the order, because when we rebuild, we're going to go the opposite direction to keep it simple. Now, with this, you can see how loose this is, but I need to get back to that holding pin there. So what I'm going to do is tighten this down just a little bit, because I just need to move it forward just a hair. Leave it like that, and I'm going to grab a flathead screwdriver, and you're going to just stick it under the corner, turn the head, there you go, lift it, and pull it straight up and out. This is your retaining clip. It just keeps the cartridge from blowing out while the pressure's on. Next, we're going to be using our Moen puller. So what you're going to do is take this all the way back to just past the lip here. Take your screw. This is your set screw here. This is going to thread into where the handle usually threads into. And we're going to, you can see the notches here. We're going to take these 2 notches and we're going to line them up straight back in so it bites down. And then screw the set screw down into the handle, where the handle would be, I should say. And then I'm going to reach across, pardon me. I'm grabbing my 5/16 nut driver. While holding this so it doesn't turn, tighten that set screw down so it's nice and tight. Let go. This is where your channel locks come in. Now we're going to tighten this nut down just by hand at first. And then we're going to reach back here, and I'm going to grab it. And all I'm doing is I'm just going to tighten it down. It's going to break it loose. You saw it break loose right there. And we're going to do this little shimmy back and forth to get it out. Just like that. And that's how it comes out. Now when you want to go back in, I'm just going to show you a reinstall so you understand how it goes in. When you want to do a reinstall, you're going to, it's kind of a shimmy move, but you're not going to be violent with it, because you need those seals to sit back where they're supposed to sit. Almost there. There it goes. Okay. On your new cartridge here, let me clean this off. On your new cartridge here, you're going to see it says H and C on the other side. This is always going to be the top side. Hot is always on the left. Cold is always on the right. So when you go to put this in, a lot of times, sorry Dylan, a lot of times what you're going to do, there you go, is you're going to very gently grab the edges, and I'm gonna be pushing in and just twisting a little bit back and forth. I'm not being violent because you'll tear the seals as you're going in. Just a little back and forth, just like so, and get it to sit. And you want it to sit right in that pocket that you can see right at the top. There it goes, just like that. First, going back in, if you remember, is a retainer clip. So now, this is all done. We've already used all of our tools up here. Now we're gonna go from right to left in our rebuild. So take your retainer clip, drop her back in the top, just like that. And this part goes straight in. And I always like to take my channel locks, reach up, and just give it a little tap on the top, just to make sure it's fully set. Sometimes they're not, and then they'll click into place. Next on my list is gonna be my escutcheon, just like that. Okay, and then we're gonna do our handle adapter and our limiter. Now this sometimes will be in a different position. This is just to limit the maximum hot temperature. You usually will not see this adjusted unless it's in like elderly care or specialty care homes. So we don't typically touch them unless it's required. Okay, next, let me see if I can grab this thing to center. There we go. It rotated it just a little bit. There we go. So this part, handle is always facing down, so you want to make sure that the handle adapter is in fact facing down. Okay, then we're going to take our screw, handle screw right there. I'm going to stick her right in like that. Oops. Just go straight in. And this will stop when it's done. It's going to bottom out. It doesn't need to be super tight, just firm. All right, just like that. And then this is the part that's can be a little weird, but it has one spot to slide into. You can see in the handle there, it has a very specific place to land. So we're gonna take our handle, make sure it sits right where it needs to. Then take your Allen key and guide her down in. And we're gonna tighten it down. Just like that, there we go. And it'll be a nice snug fit when you get to the top. Just a little past snug. And there you go, on and off. Looks beautiful, looks good the way it's supposed to. And that is simply how you replace a Moen PosiTemp. I am a sweaty mess, it's hot in this bathroom. Obviously go turn the water back on. One thing I would say, if when you put this back in, and I'm sweating, and you put this back in and it automatically turns on in the down position, then that means that either you need to rotate the brass handle stem 180 degrees, and basically you're gonna rotate like that, take the handle off, and then flip the handle adapter so that it's facing down again. That way off is actually down. If you turn it on and when you open it up to hot and it's cold, or you're over here and it's hot, that means the whole cartridge needs to flip 180 degrees. Basically do exactly what we did, take it back out, flip it up, and push it right back in, and that'll fix the issue. If you have any questions at all, reach out to us. We're on Instagram, Facebook, at Job & Sons Plumbing LLC, or you can simply comment below. If you haven't already, like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.